Go ahead and launch full force at it. Clearly, I'm going to take that 23 because I'd rather not die.
82 wounded kill.
It would go into the perils of the warp, which just for shits and giggles, let's see what I would have rolled in the perils of the warp. 31 and 75. Chronological incontinence. Actually, the worst part is that I really, really want to take this 31 in perils right now.
What?
31 in perils.
That would actually be very helpful to me for what's about to happen right now.
31 is...
Well,
The beast thing again.
but you didn't
Chronological incontinence.
He's in perils, not...
But oh well.
Oh, he's in perils. Oh dear.
No, he's... Oh, I see. He's talking hypothetically.
I was talking hypothetically because that would be very entertaining to have them to just kind of pop out of time after doing this and just kind of pop back in. Freak, like, oh, I'm back. What'd I miss? No, he just, I think the one I chose was spoilage. So if there was any food on this thing, it's going bye-bye because it's spoiled.
Well, this entire thing is going bye-bye, so fuck it.
Pretty much. Xanthus finds some explosives, puts them in a good, easily accessed place, and as he's making his jump off of the Squiggoth, lightning arc, throwing full power into it, set off the explosives that way.
Do you get hit from like a fall from big Squiggoth to the ground? Or do you try to catch right on Chimera? As like we see Xanthus jumping away and like in the background suddenly the entire top of Squiggoth just erupts in massive fire and the beast gives like mighty roar of absolute pain and it just like stumbles and then there's like a crushing halt and it like goes to the ground and fucking skids with absolutely horrendous level of noise and completely leveling up several blocks of ruins that were abandoned and destroyed, but now they are flattened.
LOL.
And for sake of record,
And yeah, Solon saying this like, fuck yeah, boss!
you know it. Rolling damage for the lightning. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just because I feel like it.
Exploding dice, but never mind, it still did its thing. Okay. So after this incident, over the next few days, you continued on making hit and run guerrilla attacks. And like basically after like 2 days later, you receive information on Vox channel from Admiral that Imperial Intelligence and Navy has confirmed that War Chief Grimtooth will be arriving on Kulf in in 3 days. So on Kulf you are currently in position that it will be probably for the best if you like begin carefully moving closer towards base, so you have few kilometers to make while being stealthy and whatnot. But overall you actually give me some commands and tactical imperialist checks just to gauge your general effectiveness on wrecking shit in orcish backlines.
I don't have command, but I do have tactica. Wow, really? Fucking 86. Okay.
Yeah, sadly, them code this session you don't really have much luck with.
Wait, why
Barely.
is that flat? Don't you get a bonus?
Not unless it's tech based.
No.
I mean, if you want to feel better, you can make a tech use to see if like that you keep the equipment. You can keep equipment and vehicles
8.4.
going nice.
There you go.
I will insist, Inquisitor, that we go with my plan.
Hmm.
I rolled
Wait,
an
have you
8.4.
rolled?
Yes, I already rolled.
Oh, I didn't even
Scholastic
notice you.
Order.
I didn't even notice you had rolled it. Yes, I also insist we go with your plan.
It wasn't really somebody's plan. I just wanted rolls from everybody to see how I can gauge your like how this entire platoon under your guidance performed.
I understand both of your concerns and viewpoints, but please, I am a xenologist and I understand how the orcs think.
Very
Trust
well.
me, this will work.
Very well, we'll follow your strategies. We'll follow your strategies, but I will still be commanding in the field.
Of course, sir.
And midway through you're getting closer towards base, so like 2 days, like towards evening, night, 2 days before Grimtooth arrives. I imagine you just take some breaks, you're preparing some makeshift camps, like periphery defense and all of that stuff during the night. I would say so, I would guess so.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point as you like find some solid, very good place to cover with actual like maybe even rooms, so you can like
Well, tents.
or tents or
Yeah.
so Zant is at one point like before night. Suddenly on the edge of his eye he sees that there's humanoid figure suddenly like appearing, like he wasn't there before, but you don't feel anything, it's just like, yep. And it's like, hey Zant.
Is it Benjamin?
Who else would it be?
Hello, Benjamin.
Who else is my OP jumper version of Doctor Who in Warhammer?
I don't know.
Benjamin, how lovely to see you again.
Huh, didn't know you were not alone. And then he like smirks looking between two of you.
Well, we were simply going over some last-minute details. Fun little excursion, don't you know?
Ah yeah, Cove, orcs and whatnot. Well, I just checked in to make sure that your guys are still alive. I promise that more on after.
Oh, yes. Inform her that we are still quite alive and kicking.
And do inform us if she's still safe.
What was that?
What?
And do inform us if she's still sane.
And then he smirks, oh, I believe she's in very tender hands and her mind been getting even better.
Well,
I have so many questions and I'm not sure if I want the answers.
Probably not, but if you knew, you would be extremely jealous and you would like to be in her place. From what I've heard, what I know.
I feel like I should do a logic test, but I don't want to. Fuck it.
Benjamin, you're omniscient, or nearly that. Any ideas where I might be able to get a hex rifle around here?
I'm so glad I
Wow, 95.
I wonder what he meant by that.
What kind of
Sex.
battle?
She's having sex. Any case.
Heresy! Oh no, I'm kidding.
Well, I suppose technically it is, but, well, that's in the eye of the beholder.
As far as I'm concerned, as long as she's getting back sane, she could be... I'll stop myself there, but she can keep doing whatever she's doing.
Scoffs and smirks. Most of the hardcore ecclesiarchy and inquisitors would kill you for knowing me, so... because they would think I'm heresy, but that's then or then. We don't need to be bothered with such a small...
Darling Benjamin, I'm afraid that's only part of a long list of reasons why the ecclesiarchy might have issue. But we all
believe me, I know.
You two discuss your forbidden lore boners later. Benjamin, please continue.
Yes. Well, just wanted to check in, saying that we are obviously...
Yes, of course.
Well, I've been pretty busy, and I'm technically still am. I'm on my lunch break, and like kind of plays like he's looking at his watch, but he doesn't have one.
Do you?
Well, basically, I'm trying to make sure that political position of Farseer Farisa is better. Because, you know, Joe, how elders can be. She's pretty reasonable, but they have their things. They don't really care about Imperium, but they would gladly sacrifice it if it means saving one craft world of theirs. And that's something we try to change.
Well, perfectly honest, would probably be the same in reverse, but it doesn't really help us. Still, yes, certainly. Well aware of their foibles. Both them and their more, shall we say, extravagant brethren.
Well, anyways, I wasn't really spending much time scouting and looking into past of this thing, so I don't exactly know what's going on in Severn at this moment, or I wasn't focusing on that. But yeah, I will keep an eye on you, and if something will happen, I will inform you, I guess.
Although, before you leave, Benjamin, I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Sooner or later, I'd like to go hunt Maribus. That's the main reason I joined the Ordo Malleus rather than, say, Hereticus or Xenos. But if he is as powerful as he has been hinted to be, I might need, I don't know, a relic of some sort to do it. I don't suppose you know of any sort of weapon, armor, item, anything that can help me against Maribus at this point?
Well, I'm guessing these days he's calling himself Malal, but he's like throwing this out handedly. Yeah, I think, yeah, give me some. I don't think you need it for tomorrow, so I will go through what I know, and in some time, few weeks, max a month, I will give you a list of something that I figured out might be helpful.
While you're
Excellent.
at it, if you could perhaps also, in the interests of cross relations, bend your mind as to how we might be able to gain access to the Black Library. I'm sure that would go a long way to helping win this fight.
Well, to be honest, if everything goes nicely, I will be your best entrance card, so to speak.
Marvelous.
But yeah.
You said that Maribus was going by the name Malal?
As I
Right.
saw in the past rumors or how the things in the war proceed, which is not easy to spot, I imagine he will try to focus or make an alliance with Abadu. So you can expect a new Black Crusade coming.
You must have put on hella negatives for that one.
That's a -60, and demonology is actually my lowest Forbidden War.
Why, or what were you trying to figure out?
Whether it was if he had taken on the aspect of Malal from the previous sort of, or whether so if he's chaos divided, or if he's just using the name.
Oh, whether there was one before him or whether this is the first, I guess.
Yeah, or whether he's taking on the aspects of the first one, or what the.
Shrug.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
we could always ask Benjamin here.
Basically, let us say that
We'll
your
ask later.
buddy Marabastur and Malal is making waves, and to be honest, that you think about it, it's kinda interesting and silly that guy couldn't manage to fucking to conquer a single planet, as fortified as it is, for 13 times, but I guess 13 Black to say kinda worked.
Well, the different Black Crusades were there to do specific objectives. They weren't all trying to conquer the all the previous 12 were him doing specific things, and they more or less succeeded. They were all leading up to the current 13th one, where he is now trying to actually conquer the galaxy. He's actually doing pretty well in the one right now.
But yeah, Malal actually feels that he's not enjoying the Dark Gods game. He thinks he needs to be finished, so he's kinda pick on Chaos.
Well,
Oh, and then he turns his head like he's listening to something even though you don't hear a thing. And then, oh, sorry, got to go. Xanthis, those dreams with maidens, they are important. And then he, as on your eyes, he does stealth hide by, you blink and he's not.
charming. Well,
Indeed.
if there's nothing else, Inquisitor, I'll bid you a good night.
Good night to you as well.
Sleepy times.
Okay. So basically, as you're preparing for assault and you got information, Orcish ships went through from the other side, so they didn't engage Imperial warships, and they got to and you're preparing to unleash your thing. You get sound is on Vox channel. You get priority message from Admiral.
Hmm. What'd it say? Or what does he say?
Xanthis, depending on the situation, it might be important but or not. Tell me, did you requisition help from Ecclesiarchy?
Did I requisition help from the Ecclesiarchy? No. Oh, no. Or rather, Xanthus didn't. I mean, if one of these other two did and didn't tell Xanthus about it, shrug. And Xanthus wouldn't stop people from requesting help from the Ecclesiarchy. But Xanthus doesn't much care for the Ecclesiarchy at all. So, no, he wouldn't actively request their help unless he was forced to for some reason.
Yeah. Then it might be slightly problematic. And the way he says that neither him nor General did. And, well, I already figured out the specific reason why they are here. So
this should be good.
we're gonna deal with this and that next sessions. Hopefully with John here. Actually, I might even give like not a cliffhanger but a teaser. As we suddenly like see an insight in a ship of a chapel, and we see a woman, blonde, muscular, like mid-30s, 40s, kneeling in front of a shrine, praying to God Emperor. And then like she opens her eyes and murmurs, finally your death will be avenged. Traitors will be for you, Lyra. And then we fade to
Oh dear. Oh my.
I took a certain idea way back then, and I thought, yeah, it's possible they might be, yeah, the thing with you suggested, plus the fact that, well, I imagine if somebody knows, then it's easy to manipulate bolter bitches, so. Okay, you actually dealt with Squiggoths, and you did pretty. I actually enjoyed a bit with counting them and speaking, and with fucking Beastmaster. That was a nice plan. Okay, so for this session, you're gonna get 400.
Cool.
400.
And actually, I'm gonna be even merciful and say that because you kinda had like a rest before the main assault, even though it's still the same mission, your spent fate points regenerate.
Woohoo!
Yay!
I think
I
they
mean-
only used one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you use
one.
the fate points, then they get back.
Thank you, merciful GM. Pretty sure I was
It
getting
might be allowed
low.
to get to throw more shit at you.
Mhm.
I
Of course.
I would really need to figure out fucking the details about Sisters of Battle.
So I have to wonder, does this new sororitas think that we killed Lyra?
You will see.
I kind of hope so, because that would be intriguing. You killed Lyra! No, you foolish bitch. She died because she was incompetent.
There are many ways.
Which one was Lyra again? I don't even remember.
There are many ways
The
Chaos
first
Lyra
Inquisitor.
could have manipulated their sisters who didn't learn yet that she technically died.
Oh,
Anyways,
wow.
Oh, Inquisitor